As you hug the knees into your chest, just gently rock side to side. Just moving from one hip to the opposite hip and rolling through any tightness in the low back. And bring your awareness to those little spots that you might feel some tightness in. Now, if we are, driving a lot in our car, or maybe we're sitting at our desk, a lot of the back can take the brunt of that long time, those long hours of sitting. So let's hug the knees in a little bit more. Take your hands on your knees, and let's just go ahead and circle. You're welcome to close your eyes. Let the legs kind of be limp, and let the arms draw this circle for you. Do one more.
Go ahead and reverse.
Now you're going to pause. Let's go ahead and pause and bring your left foot down to the mat and hug your right knee in. Now what you can do here, hug the knee in towards the rib cage and just take a small ankle rotation. Get rid of any of those little cracks or kinks. This is really important. If you're like me, I do a lot of walking. So this is really great for the ankle joint. You're going to take a deep breath and reverse your circle. And then take one more circle and pause. Send your left leg out across your mat. And let's come into a nice stretch for the hip. So we're going to come into that knee down twist, taking your right arm across the floor, taking the left hand on the outside of your right knee. Slowly roll that knee up and over, rolling onto the outside of your hip. Start to soften through the chest and allow your fingers to reach out. Good. Stay here with 3 full breaths. Take one more cleansing breath. Then roll onto your back. Come into our upside down forward. Now you are welcome to stay right here. You can plant the hand on that right inner thigh and draw the right knee away. Or some of us may choose to wrap the hand around the hamstring. Or maybe even around the shin. Once you find the perfect modification for this pose, your variation, flex your right foot, and if you like, you can rock. Just rock a little bit side to side. And that should feel really good. So just take one more deep breath in and hold. Now we're going to come into the, excuse me, that twist again. So you're going to take your left knee. It's going to roll down. We're going to keep this right knee up. So if you can take your left hand, place it on the top.
Reach your right arm again across the floor. Maybe both arms in a T, it's up to you, or even goalpost arms work really nice here. Tuck the chin in and take a few more rounds of breath. Then slowly roll back to the center bringing your right foot on the mat. Let's go ahead and pull the left knee into your chest, hug it in towards your rib cage. And feel the stretch all along the gluteus and a little bit into the low back, the sacrum. Tuck the chin in and take a deep breath. Let's rotate that left foot around in a circle. Make it nice and big. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale out, let's go ahead and reverse. And we'll pause. We'll send that right leg out across your mat. Straighten out that leg. Hug the knee in a little bit more, maybe to the center of your chest. And we'll come into that twist, the knee down twist. So take your right hand on the outside of your left thigh. Let's go ahead and roll that knee up and over. And reaching your left arm across the floor. Now you're welcome to get a neck stretch here. You're going to turn your head away from your bent knee and taking 3 more breaths.
On that last exhalation, take your time, roll onto your back, and come into your upside down floor. Remember the different variations you can do here. If you have your block, one is you can take your foot underneath that block. And that might be just perfect, right? You can press the left inner thigh with your left hand. And sometimes you'll get some sensations there. Remember, you can roll that knee up. And try and relax those shoulders and the head down as much as you can. We don't really want to add, this is such a great hip stretch, but we don't want to add the tension into your neck. Once you're here, then you can rock a little bit side to side. That might even give you a little more stretch. And you're going to pause. You're going to drop your right foot down to the mat. Keep this left foot flexed. And we're going to roll. So you're going to roll over to your right. You can, if you'd like, you can take your right hand, place it on your foot. And depending if there's a lot of tightness here, maybe the knee is going to be dropping down a little bit. But we'll start to work on bringing that knee up. Now the other part is reaching your left arm across the floor, opening through the chest, and dropping those shoulder blades down into the earth. You're welcome to close your eyes, draw your awareness internally, and take 3 to 5 breaths.
Nice job. Take another cleansing breath. And you're going to bring that knee back up. Good. So let's hug both knees into the chest. And we'll do a little core work.
So we'll bring the feet back down to the mat. And I'd like you to lift your hips up and slide your hands underneath your low back. Take the knees into your chest and send your legs up. So this is like a bicycle circle, but this is really excellent core work. And we want that core work to always, our abs to be strong to support the low back. So you're going to lower your heels, bend your knees into your chest, and send your legs up. So lower the heels, belly is strong, and then up. And then you go at your own pace. So think of the lower abdominals. Really pull that navel into the spine. We've got 2 more. Now bend your knees. This way is going to be a little more challenging just because we're going to push the feet in a diagonal. Now, if your back is feeling tight today, I want you to take your diagonal up a little bit high, not so low, right? We don't want the back lifting off of your hands. So you're going to push the legs out, lift the legs up, bend the knees in, reversing. Push out, up, and in. Push out, up, and in. Good, 5 more. Here's 4. Here's 3. Good, abs are strong. 2, and 1. Bend the knees. Drop the feet down to the mat. Lift your hips up and slide the hands away. Good, so we're gonna roll over to our side. And go ahead and if you'd like, if you have tight hips, you're going to grab your blanket and sit on your blanket. Now what I'd like you to do is we'll stretch the hips out. So you're gonna draw your knees a little bit closer together, and that just means your feet are going to go out a little bit, right? So knees come in. I have a hard time doing this one, but you want to flex your feet, and we're going to come into a forward fold, but I am going to use my block because my hips are tight. Maybe yours are too. I'm going to set the block up high. For some of you who are more open in your hips, you can just come into that forward fold and walk your hands out. We're still warming up though, right? So you're going to inhale and lengthen. As you exhale, start to walk the hands forward. And rest that head on that block. Or you can stay lifting, right? You can stay right here, lifting arms straight. Now we're stretching through what we call the deep 6. There's 6 muscles in the glutes. The piriformis is the one that tends to get a little bit
tight, and it can really hurt. So we wanted, this is very good preventative medicine, right? So take 3 more breaths. Now go ahead and walk the hands over to your right and just take a little walk out here.
And then walk your hands across. And taking a little side stretch. Draw the chin down just slightly. Walk your hands all the way up to your shins. Let's take a nice back bend. So hands go behind. I'm cupping the hands, drawing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift your chest, your heart, and look up. Now expand through those lungs. We really want to exercise the lungs here. So really expand through the lower lobes of the lungs. Good, then walk your hands back up. But go ahead and lean back into your hands. Lift your legs up and switch. Switch sides, good job. And then we want to walk the knees a little bit closer together. The feet walk out. Always feel a little not graceful when I'm doing that. So ground the sit bones. Take those shoulders back. And let's get your block close by. That helps. All right, and your hands on either side, you're going to lift and inhale, elongate your spine. As you exhale, walk forward, right? Take your time, right? hold in one position here. Keep the back long and straight. If you start to feel the back, then I want you to come back up, all right? Otherwise, start to forward fold. Now you can take your hands, stay up tall, walk your hands now over to your right. So we're stretching the opposite hip. Good, then walk the hands across to the opposite knee. You can stay tall and long through the spine, or you can start to forward fold. Walk your hands back. Very good. Bring your hands behind your back. Let's complement our forward fold with our back bend. So draw the shoulder blades together. Really nice chest expansion. I'm staying up on the top of my fingertips. Round your sit bones and pull the belly in. Inhale, start to lift your heart. Maybe take your gaze slightly up. If the neck is an issue, drop the chin towards your chest. So take 3 more breaths in those lungs. Really expand them out. Good. Walk your hands forward. And let's go ahead, draw the knees together and come into a tabletop position. Now we're going to do a little bit of strength into the glutes, all right?
So what we do is we'll first start with a little pulse to the ceiling. So I'm going to have you lift one leg up. It doesn't matter. We'll get both. This is my left. You're going to draw the navel to the spine and flex your foot and a little pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now go ahead and drop the knee. So here's the fire hydrant. You're going to lift the knee up, kick it out, bring it back in, and drop the knee down.
Down. Just a couple more times. So knee lifts up. Get your weight to the center, right? Don't lean over into the hand. Kick the foot out. I know it's hard. Bend the knee and bring it down. And one more time. Lift the knee up, kick it out, bend that knee, and come back down. Let's do the opposite leg. So this will be my right. You're going to flex that foot up, and you're going to pulse. Pulse like you're kicking the foot up towards the ceiling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. It's 8, 7, 6, 5. Abs are on. 4, 3, 2, and one more set. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. I'm going to go to the side. So facing you, you're going to bring that knee up, kick it out, bring it in and down. Bring the knee up, kick it out. Oh, I'm leaning, huh? One more time. Up, kick it out, bring the knee and down. Your big toes are touching. And we're just going to walk the hands out. Spread those fingers wide and draw the chin in towards the chest, forehead to the mat. Now come all the way up. Now we'll add the block. Now you don't have to add the block in here. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. But this is really good work for the hip joint. You're going to take the block underneath your right knee.
So I've got the block under my right knee. All right. And I'm just going to lift this knee up and down. So I'm going to show it forward just in case you can't see. So this needs to come up and down. I'm lifting the hip up and down. Good. Up, hip lift. So we're lubricating that hip joint, right? And moving lots of small little muscles into the hip. Up and down. Now you can bring the knee up, bring it out, kick out, in and down. Lift up, kick out, knee in and down. Lift up, kick out, knee in, and 2 more times. Lift up, kick out, knee in, and down. 1 more time. Lift up, kick out, knee in, and down. Woo! All right, hard to cheat on that one. So let's take the block to your opposite knee, the left. This is my left, it'll probably be your right. Hands to the floor. And we're just lifting this hip up, all right? So spread the fingers wide, pull the navel to the spine, lift the hip up and down. Hip up and down. Good, up and down. Good, 4 more. Good, here's our little kick out. So knee up, kick it out, bring it in and down. Lift it up, kick it out, and down. Good job, you guys. Knee up, kick out, in. Last 2. Lift up, kick out, knee in, and 1 more. Lift up, kick out, knee in, and down. Woo! All right. Let's just do a little child's pose for that one. So this time, child's pose, knees together, all right? Walk the hands out.
So we're going to come up. You're going to curl the toes under, push into your downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide, drop the ears between your upper arms, and then think about the sit bones widening as you push back and up. Now bend your knees and walk your hands and feet together. So you're going to come halfway up, all right? Halfway up, flat back. Now bend the knees into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Good. Bend the knees, forward fold. Let the head hang. Good. Halfway up. 1 more time. Bend the knees and forward fold. Inhale, circle the arms up. And bring your hands to your heart. Now we're going to take this block and you're going to step your right foot on it. So I'm going to have you really bend both knees. So knees are bent. Inhale, circle up. As you exhale, forward fold. Now keep the knees bent. If you can't touch the floor, you have another block. You're welcome to hold on to that other block, right? So that right foot is bent. Now slowly start to straighten the left leg out. So this leg is really stretching out. You should feel it into this gluteus. Now roll your weight forward and back. So roll from your toes to your heel. Now walk your fingers over to the left. Now if you need to, you can grab your block and just take your block over to the left. Keep the legs straight, both legs are straight.
Very good. So go ahead and walk your hands forward. Bend both knees. Take the block away. Inhale, come halfway up. Good. Let's take the block and place it underneath your left foot. So bend the knees. Inhale, circle up. Knees are bent. Exhale, forward fold. Keeping both knees bent. Release your head and neck. Now slowly start to straighten out this left leg. If you would like, if you have another block, go ahead and hold it here. Keep this leg straight. And now you can roll your weight a little bit to the toes and to the heel. And then you can walk the hands to the opposite side. Good. Keep both legs straight. Take another full breath. Good. And walk your hands back to the center. Bend both knees. Step off. Good. Come into a forward fold. Bring your arms out like wings, circle up. Now we're going to move to the top of our mat.
So we'll do a high lunge. So hands to your heart. Inhale, circle your arms up. And as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Now step your right leg back.
So in this high lunge, I'm going to have you take your left foot, toe heel it out to the edge of your mat. So it almost looks like lizard pose, but we're staying up high, right? Really engage into your right quad, press back into your right heel. Now ground your right hand to the floor, take your left hand and just push that knee away. Just push it a little bit away and hold. Take about 3 breaths. Good. Bring the hand back down to the mat. Send this left foot back. Come into a plank. Nice big plank. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, come down. Inhale to an up dog. Exhale to your down dog. Let's send your right leg up towards the sky. Bend your right knee over your hip. So if you look under your left armpit, I can see my toes. Square off your hips and bring your right foot forward. So now we're in that high lunge. So the butt should be down. Bring both hands to the inside of your instep. Walk your right foot out. So we're in a lizard position. Now you can lift the chest, take your right hand and push that knee out, but lift through the chest. Bring both hands to the mat, slide that foot back, plank position. Good. Slowly come down. Up to our up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now go ahead and come onto your toes, bend your knees. And we'll come all the way down to the floor. Good. And come into easy cross-legged position. sit up tall and rest your hands onto your knees. Just take the shoulders back and down. And bring your hands to your heart. And a small bow to your chin. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale out, come into gratitude. Think of that one thing that you are grateful for. That one thing that makes you smile. The light in me salutes that light and that divine that's in you. And together we say, Namaste.